Yo, YouTube, what's the deal? It's E from Mr. Terrell. Hope y'all doing well out there, man. I'm always start with that. You know what I mean? Because it's a crazy world outside, and just want to say, you know what I mean. Like I said, I'm back on YouTube, and what we speak about is not always going to be, entertaining. It's not going to be always about rap. Not going to just be hot takes. We're going to talk about whatever's going on outside, and we're going to talk about real life. As you can see from the title. If you don't know by now, some people, are just in their own lives, in their own world. There was a young man by the name of Tyre Nichols who was murdered in Memphis, at the hands of the police. And, it's just another one of those situations, man, and this one is even heightened as a black man. We've been dealing with this whole police brutality for so many years, you know what I'm saying? And, so many years, and one of the solutions, a lot of our black leaders and people that are just putting ideas together always come up with a solution and say we need more black police. We need more people policing our neighborhoods that are from the neighborhoods. We need more black officers that grew up there that can relate to the people in the community. And this particular situation is just something that's just going to kind of dismantle that idea a bit, because police reform is police reform. Police got to be reformed as far as the way they deal with citizens, you know what I mean? And this particular situation just completely outlines that it's just not a white thing, you know what I'm saying? It's a police thing. When you have power, power corrupts, absolutely, and if you just have too much power and you're not a good person, it's just going to come out. You're just going to use it, And so like I'm trying to get to is Tyre Nichols was murdered at the hands of the police, and it was 5 black officers. Not one white officer in sight. 5 black officers, who killed this man. And it's just crazy. I'm going to play a little bit, just to give you guys a heads up if you want to fast forward, because I'm not really into watching stuff like this either. I'm going to play a little bit of the body cam footage.
Tonight, the video the nation has been bracing for is out. Graphic footage showing 5 former Memphis police officers brutally beating 29-year-old Tyre Nichols, leaving him with injuries so severe he died 3 days later.
I'm going to just stop it right there. I'm not really into the gore, and the graphic stuff like that. But what I will say is that this is such a crazy situation, because what we have right here is a map of wherever this is in Memphis. It looks like a place called Brandywine. And, if you read into this case, you see that the police officer said they stopped him for reckless driving, and that's their reason for stopping him. And once, if you look into the case or you watch the rest of the body cam, which is kind of a nasty situation to watch, you take in that he's nervous from as soon as they come. He's like, yo, what are you guys doing? What did I do wrong? And then they just say, they just come up to his car aggressively, yell at him, get out the car, pull him out the car. And, and from that moment, he just kind of like, there's a situation, I don't know what they say, it's a psychological term, but fight or flight, and he decided to flight. He decided to take off. And as you can see on this map right here, at about 8:24 p.m., officers confront Tyre Nichols at a traffic stop. And then at about 8:25, Nichols runs towards his mother's house. And then about 8:33 p.m., officers beat Nichols for minutes. They say he was only 60 yards from his mom's house. We all in that situation, been in a situation before. We're like, I just got to make it home. I just got to make it to a safe spot. And that's what he was thinking. Like, at least, if my mom's there, she can record, you know what I'm saying? Or the neighbors, he's just flight, he's just fearing for his life. You know what I'm saying? And, unfortunately, they caught him right there 60 yards from his mom's house. They mazed him. They beat him with batons. They propped him up onto the car so they could beat him some more, because his body was just kind of leaning over. And, it's just unfortunate, man. And it's just cowardly, because what's the probability of at least one of those officers knew that this was wrong out of the 5, but he's not going to say, we can't do this. What are we doing? He's just going to go with the flow with the rest of the guys. And it's so unfortunate, man, that 5 black men did this. when he was running, they called for backup, you know, and they called the Scorpion unit, which is, I guess, their little clique of officers. And yeah, man, they beat this man. And even when the ambulance came, they didn't even give him the urgency. You know, he didn't leave the scene till about like 30 minutes after. You know, it was just no urgency. And he obviously, they said he died in the hospital 3 days later. But this situation is just like, it's just nasty, and it's just horrible because, like I said, this is black police officers, and one of the solutions you always hear is we got to police our own. We got to be like the other ethnicities that have their own cops, that have their own things, that police their own communities. But if people are just becoming officers just, you know, to abuse their power, you know, you would think this is a personal situation. You know, more will be revealed, and I would assume they knew each other. I mean, there's no way a traffic stop should end in this. You know, we've seen it obviously, but this is like, there was no struggle. He ran. All right. Now you handcuff him, put him in the car, especially being black. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I would just assume after all the stuff, you know, black people have gone through at the hands of the police, for them to just do this. It's sad, bro. And I think they've really set us back as far as whenever it happens again with a white cop. You know, it's not going to be, if that cop is racist, people are just going to just talk it back to, well, you can't say he's racist because look what these guys did. You know, they're going to really be scapegoats. And, you know, usually when cops do this type of stuff, you've seen it, you know, with the cops that aren't black, they still get, you know, suspended with leave. You know, they still get paid. You know, they usually don't get crazy time. These guys are not taking it. Like, you're cops, but y'all still niggas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some niggas, bro. Like, you're going to get done so dirty, and they don't even get it. Like, they're already off. They're inactive right now. The whole police force is just shunning them. It's not going to be one of those where, like, yo, the blue shield. They're going to be like, yo, y'all some fucking rogue ass black people, and they're going to throw the book at y'all. You know what I mean? Like, you guys were kind of set back a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate, you know what I mean? And hopefully his family, you know, can deal with this. You know what I'm saying? They had a protest yesterday in Memphis, peaceful protest. His family said they just wanted to be peaceful, you know, and it's just unfortunate, like I said, for it to happen at the hands of black cops, because we know it's happening all over America, all over the world, to be honest, you know, with police brutality, but it's so heightened in America. But for it to happen at the hands of 5 black men, it's just, bro, there's nothing like, it's just like one of you couldn't have been like, yo, no, we're not doing that. You know, we got to stop. Yo, that's enough. You know, and that's super unfortunate, man. And I hope he gets all the justice he deserves, you know, and yeah, more will be revealed. Like, I truly believe this has to be personal. Like, you know, this is personal. Like I said, they propped him up on the car just so they could beat him some more because his body kept leaning over. You know, if you have a stomach for it, you can go watch the rest of the body cam, you know, and go look into everything. But very unfortunate, you know, R.I.P. Tyre Nichols, and prayers for his family. 60 yards away from your mother's house, you know, like 60 yards from maybe him still being here. And yeah, it's very unfortunate. R.I.P. to that man, and, you know, my condolences and prayers to his family.